All right, welcome. Today, we're taking a real pulse check on the Cardano ecosystem. We're going to look past all the market noise, the day-to-day price charts, and really dive deep into what's actually being built on the ground. So, let's get right into it.
Because that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It is so easy to get caught up in all the speculation, but the real long-term health of any ecosystem, it all comes down to tangible development, real-world value. So today, we're looking directly at what the builders have to report.
So we're going to start in what I like to call the engine room. These are the projects that are focused on generating real, sustainable value, through things like mining and staking rewards. These are the protocols that are putting tangible rewards right back into the hands of their communities.
And kicking things off with a bang is the Titans project. They just invested a massive $400,000 in 35 brand new top-of-the-line miners. Now, this isn't just some small upgrade. This is a huge move that's sent to nearly 2.5 times their current mining power.
So, what does it actually mean for the folks holding the token? Well, the impact is enormous. This new hardware is projected to boost their annual percentage rate, the APR, from around 10% all the way up to nearly 20%. And this, right here, illustrates that direct impact perfectly. We're talking about essentially doubling the current rewards. See, more miners mean more rewards, which, in turn, can create more demand. It's this powerful flywheel effect, and it's all powered by a core focus on just generating real value.
And it's not just Titans either. Strike Finance just hit a huge milestone of their own, generating over 500,000 ADA in rewards for their stakers. And get this, they pulled it off in just 4 months. It just shows you how quickly these value engines can really scale up.
But value isn't just about how fast you can grow. It's also about endurance. And this quote from the Goofy Gopher Mining Club, it really stood out to me. In a space where projects can literally disappear overnight, being here building every single day for 3 years, that is a powerful, powerful statement. They've managed to outsurvive most other mining clubs out there.
And they're not just surviving, they're actively planning for the long haul. Instead of just trying to maximize short-term payouts to their holders, their community actually voted to aggressively build a treasury, what they call a longevity fund, which has already crossed $54,000. This fund is specifically for buying miners in bulk down the road, making sure they're sustainable for years and years to come.
All right, so from the engine room, let's shift gears a bit. A mature ecosystem needs more than just value generation, right? It needs sophisticated tools and it needs decentralized control. And this is where we're seeing some absolutely fascinating upgrades in the world of DeFi and governance.
Okay, check this out. The Bank Project is proposing a new concept they're calling Rug Insurance. Now, the idea is simple, but it is so powerful. What if a community could vote to get their money back from a project's initial mint if the founders just fail to deliver, or, they just disappear? This is a direct shot at tackling one of the biggest risks in this whole space.
So here's the clever part. It's how their Catalyst proposal is designed to benefit both founders and the community. Founders get sustainable, long-term funding from the rewards generated by those mint funds, while the community gets a safety net. And to top it all off, they've pledged to return 100% of their commissions right back to the Cardano treasury for the first year if they get funded. Speaking of empowering holders, the Flow protocol has a really clear value proposition. 100% of all revenue gets shared directly with their token holders. That's it. No middlemen, no complicated structures, just direct, straightforward value sharing.
But hey, sharing revenue is one thing. What about sharing control? If the holders are the real owners, they should get a say in where the protocol is headed, right?
Well, that's exactly what's happening. Flow has just launched its very first community governance vote, officially putting the token holders in the driver's seat. And their first big decision is whether to list a trading pair for ADA and the World Mobile Token, a project that's, making its own major waves in the real world.
Which is a perfect segue, because let's be honest, the ultimate goal for any of this blockchain tech is to break out of its own bubble and make a real, tangible impact on the real world. And here, we're seeing some major strides in everything from telecommunications to entertainment.
Just look at this number from World Mobile. They have processed over 200 million real telecom interactions on-chain. We're not talking about test transactions here. Each one of those represents real subscriber activity. It's proof that decentralized telecom isn't just some future concept. No, it's happening right now. And they're pushing that real-world integration even further.
Their new partnership with Zbeck is going to allow their token, WMTX, to be integrated into debit cards that are ready for Apple and Google Pay. This means users will literally be able to spend their on-chain assets anywhere MasterCard is accepted. That is a massive, massive bridge between DeFi and traditional finance.
But utility isn't just about finance and telecom. The Dollar Risk Project just launched its first mainnet game, Ultimate Domination. After a ton of testing, the Wallet Connect function is all done, and players are now competing using real dollar risk tokens.
And to celebrate, the winner of this first stress test game gets this incredible winner-takes-all NFT package. I mean, we're talking about valuable NFTs from all across the Cardano ecosystem. It just goes to show how these different projects are starting to build this interconnected world of entertainment and value together.
So we've looked at value generation, we've looked at DeFi upgrades, and we've looked at these new real-world connections. It's a lot to take in, I know, but there's a really clear common thread running through all of it.
So what is the big picture here? When you connect the dots between these updates, from miners to DeFi protocols to gaming projects, what's the story that starts to emerge about how Cardano is growing?
The story is one of longevity. We are seeing a clear, ecosystem-wide focus on building things that are meant to last. Whether it's the long-term treasury strategies from projects like Goofy Gophers, or sustainable funding models like Rugsurance, or the big push for real-world utility from World Mobile, or that shift to community governance with Dollar Flow, it all points to one thing: a deep focus on creating sustainable, long-term value.
And that leaves us with one final and pretty exciting question. The builders on Cardano, they aren't just building for the next hype cycle. They're laying a really deep and diverse foundation. And when you look at this intense focus on sustainability and real utility, you just have to wonder, what are they going to build next?